Accuracy and speed, two things AI Media, a leading speech-to-text services provider, have gotten down pat. An independent auditor found the company achieved a 99.6% success rate when it came to the accuracy of their captioning. Well, joining us now for more details, CEO of the business, Tony Abrahams, joins us now. Tony, appreciate your time today. I want to talk a little bit about sort of captioning in particular. I mean, a lot of people might see it from their television, whether it be, you know, subscription, free to air, whatever. But what else, what other areas is this technology being used and utilised?
Well, I think the first thing is that captioning has been around on TV for a long time and people are quite familiar with it. What people may not be aware of is that there are human beings who are required to actually generate that accurate speech to text. That can be done in two kinds of ways. That can be done with a stenographer or it can be done with someone using speech recognition software that's actually trained to their particular voice, and that's called re-speaking. We really pioneered re-speaking in schools, universities and workplaces back in 2010, and the results that we had of an independent assessment by the University of Melbourne with that is that that kind of technology, like bringing real-time captioning into mainstream classrooms, does really transformational things, not only for deaf students, but also for students on the autism spectrum, and interestingly, it also helps teachers teach better.
Just on that last point, how? I mean, how? Because I found that interesting when looking at how it's being used, that, yeah, teachers are also benefiting, but how?
Yeah, it was one of those interesting findings that you get when you have independent researchers looking at a long pilot. It wasn't necessarily something that we'd expected, but it turned out to actually be, on aggregate, the biggest impact of the entire program. Which, when you think about it, if you can find a way to improve the way that teachers are teaching in a way that's personalised and tailored to them, then it's going to have an impact not only on the 30 kids in front of them, but also for every other kid for the rest of their careers. And the basics of it really are real-time, personalised feedback. So just as we were preparing the captioning for the deaf and hard of hearing students, the teachers also then got a copy of the transcript of what it was that they had said during the lesson. And what the University of Melbourne researchers found was that the quality of the teaching of the teachers who were using this technology over a number of years measurably improved. And when they asked the teachers, you know, what was it that had you improve your teaching, it was like, well, you know, I had a transcript and I could review the transcript after the class, and if I noticed that the kids were, say, really confused at a particular point in the classroom, I went back to the transcript and realised why, which was, you know, I said there were 3 really important things we had to cover today, and I only got to number 2. And it's stuff like that that actually where you're able to then anchor deep feedback in the actual performance of what a teacher is doing, that's when you start to have impact, and when you can start to deliver that really quickly, that's when you see teachers really starting to change behaviour.
And obviously combining that with the obvious benefits for those students that would be getting it, what sort of adoption are you seeing, are you hoping for in terms of those education providers with this? Yeah,
so at the moment our largest client is actually the UK government. AI Media, we opened a UK office in 2012 and we're now on to a 3rd round of funding from the UK government. So we're delivering this visible classroom product in front of thousands of teachers at the moment. Anyone can download it. It's available on the App Store or Google Play. But, you know, above and beyond that, we're actually looking at, you know, other areas where real-time captioning can deliver an impact, and that's really online. So last week we've been working with Facebook in the US, and they've just launched live captioning on the Facebook Live feed. We are their partners in delivering that, and now if you go go live on Facebook, it's possible to add captions to that. Adding captions to something that's an online platform is incredibly valuable, not only for people who are watching with the sound down, which is potentially a lot of us if we're looking through things on our news feeds that play without sound, but importantly, that caption track actually allows the search engines to index the content of the video, which people don't necessarily realise. So if you want it to make it easier for people to find what it is you're talking about in your video, you should add captions to that.
Of course. Very, very good point. Tony Abrahams, appreciate it. Thank you.
Thank you.